咱们现在是去地穴与塞巴斯蒂安交谈啊，地穴。他这里我记得有一个点儿可以直接传过去来着。哦，这儿。
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
其他这些不可饶恕之我，学习的难度并不大。可能对他们而言，只要是一个5、6年级的巫师就能学会。但是呢，因为效果过于强大，并且呢，就是说，对吧？太那个啥了，违反道德，所以说被禁止。
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
家徽是什么？
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this.
行。
I'll send you an owl when I have news.
下一波进展的话，应该就是夺命咒了。妖精语好难，这个任务懂妖精语的人过去，那不就那个咱们的老蒂克吗？ 阿米特在上面啊。对了，在学校里面的话，我们还是换上校服啊。这套衣服呢，我估计暂时应该不会再替换了。哦，现在咱们解锁了这么多衣服。 这样才像一个学生嘛。
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio. Thank you for being willing to help me, Amit.
You are very welcome. I'm looking forward to meeting your friend Lodgok.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
"在矿场入口见面。这里的地图呢，我是上午在装饰家园的时候已经过来解锁了。过了矿场应该会找到球盾鸟，这里当时有很多小怪把我围殴一顿，差点死。
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Oh, Bagalio.
Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio.
哦，对了，刚才又忘了看那个，算了，等会儿看。这个矿场我白天来过，然后被围了，被欺负了。现在咱们回去把厂子找回来。哦，不是这个矿场，是另外一个。等这边开不了。
Revelio。
开门的地方不是这里啊。就是这里啊。哦，那这里是一个任务矿场，然后的话，它这边的话是要隐身。我今天白天进的是另外一个地方，它是一个直接可以进去的洞。
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
等这边有些陨石。上面有一坨眼睛。我在看下面的符号，没注意到。深坑之眼。哦，我今天是进另外一个矿场，待会儿那个矿场我们再去找厂子。
So rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive
Incendiary.
workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a
Accio.
哇，它这里设计的不错诶，就是很有那种地精的味道。
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
确实，它这个游戏有各种各样的小瑕疵，但是关卡设计上面真的不错。这一波属实是策划牛逼。
I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
There was a hero here. Show yourself, if you're there.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
啊！
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my
你
word.
知不知道你在干最狠的事儿，说最爽的话？你不喜欢战斗，
By
直接把别人给
the door.
炸死了。啊，这人，我觉得他比我更黑。
I'll be quiet.
He won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. Incendio. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's
Sorry,
take a
you're
look
soft.
around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schemat? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Incendio. Revelio.
东西全部收光。 这边应该是有几坨人的。
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here. Clever.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
好久没有潜行了，
Don't tell us.
打一个意识下就行。
Little one. Why don't you come up here and fight me? No!
Potato.
哎，节奏乱了。
Number one. I was dead. I will make you.
还有一个在这边啊。
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than
杀
I
人
had
如麻。
expected.
Revelio.
哎，咱们真的是杀人如麻。哈利波特整个系列都才杀几个
What are they
人，
going to build? This
咱们这一
mine
路
is
上
too
杀了
small
有
for
300
whatever
个了
it
吧？
is. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lord headed.
Revelio. Incendio. Depulso.
这里面这些小的，可能是掉进去卡 bug 了。
Accio.
嗯，对，这种可能是刚刚打怪掉进去的。
Depulso. Revelio.
啊，咱们现在药很多啊。 我之前就做了7瓶备用者，结果没想到现在打着打着减了21瓶，看样子这个难度也算是比较熟练了啊，总算是入门了。之前我看前面的流程呢是在刚刚发售的时候嘛，赶着时间来做的，当时也没有好好的去磨练一下技术，跟着又一直高强度的去干流程，结果导致操作的挺臭。 如果能看到现在的话，哎，估计也对我操作不介意啊。不过玩得好的话，观赏性高一些嘛。
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
哎，我已经被缠住了，我已经被缠住了。
Lumos.
Lumos!
合情合理哎。
Revelio.
妖精洞穴矿石比较多，合情合理，合情合理。
Lumos.
The wizards will be defeated.
You will regret.
Most away with.
刚刚现在没有红色咒语。这一波操作痛。对了，我们还可以切换咒语组。
That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
哦，其实这个战斗还可以，它并不是说你设一套，就是说你常用的战斗，就是常用的那个技能，对吧？然后就一直用。它这个呢，就是说你在打的时候还要不断的去切换咒语组。当然，最佳的搭配呢，就是说4种颜色一样一个，红色，然后紫色、黄色。然后绿色的这种禁咒的话，看个人情况，可以用可以不用。然后跟着也可以就是说多整几个咒语组，但这个切换的话就比较麻烦。如果是 PC 端的话，有快捷键就很爽。我这里就不够爽。但是我这个 PS5的豪华版买的太贵了，咱们就用这个路啊。它这里还是要开这个门。先过这个门吧，上面拉不了，暂时。
Incendio. Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
哦，剧情钻头盾构机。
What we found.
这不就那个啥盾构机吗？这你看的是哪里啊？
Revelio.
哦，电梯，果然。这边还有一些箱子没开。
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
这边感觉没走过，看一下啊。
We're almost out of here, Amit.
从这里下去。
The lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
哦，了，需要学习2级的，2级的话需要招9个，招9个这个东西。哎，虽然这个东西懒得去找，挺麻烦的。
Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
到这边来。
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
现在的话，咱们回到学校，看看迪克那里是什么任务。
I hope Professor Fitzgerald has confirmed.
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more
哎，我
impressive
这里
than the
卡住了，
last.
卡
Come
一
by
下。
spin witches as soon as you can.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deek suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
哎 ，nice， 现在可以繁育野兽了。
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books to stoke a curious mind like yours.
Oh.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deek with the thestrals.
哦，对了，这个我们造一个。
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
堆肥、切垛台、植物副产品、随机抹药，这个好。
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
然后咱们看看啊，任务，校长的致辞。哦，这个扫帚强化也可以买了。钱够不够啊？哎，按照游戏里面的时间，他这里现在是在过圣诞节，1000多应该够吧？不够的话，我们卖一些东西。
Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the
4000
broom
块钱啊
upgrade for you.
待会儿来买。这个绿色直接卖掉，蓝色的留着。
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
哇，4000块钱！现在我们做任务，然后那个啥，做任务，然后，哎，迪克呢？
Are you ready to breed your beast?
哦，等等，他这里任务调一下。现在做任务卖装备的话，咱们攒钱还是蛮快的。啊？归到何处？我们可以去做龙的任务，这个待会儿去吧。刚刚以为自己富裕了一波，结果又穷了。问题是蒂克在哪里？哦，他刚刚给刷掉了。
I've rescued the thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deek when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Oh. 放在这里啊！
Deek never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those thestrals. Please let Deek know once you've bred them.
那这里的话，咱们不就还可以那个啥？这里也可以放4种 ，nice。哦，那到时候球盾鸟那些的话，我们就有位置放了。把这边的乐器拿过来，可以。
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
这边也放一个吗？繁殖的话得等30分钟，这个咱们不着急的。
You're doing well breeding beasts. Perhaps you should try with the thestrals you rescued.
nice， 跟着这边再造一些那个可以自己产魔药的，随机产魔药的这个东西。定期调一份随机的魔药。只能造3个。然后它这个夜骑也是半个小时产出来哦。也是半个小时。把这边的这些东西收一下吧。话说那个绝音鸟的数量有点多，秀秀比较少，差不多就这样吧。已经喂过了这个。 哎，要不这样，我们待会儿需要的时候再来也行。等他们吃饱，这个先采一下。越吃兽的皮毛，秀秀皮毛的话，升攻击力好像。哦，召唤的话就全部过来了，可以，这倒挺方便的。这些都差不多了，行，差不多。独角兽的话，咱们待会儿再那个再抓一只。秘密不能说，偷猎蛋。校长的致辞，把这个任务先做了吧。这个是和龙相关的一个任务。他又在这个地方。
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
It's not like her to forget.
然后迪克的任务的话要等30分钟。
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
我们就先去做别的任务，30分钟回来之后交。他要等生出一个小夜期才能交。
As if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on, and she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food.
可能会被秒杀。
We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
这个任务不能骑扫帚。
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
Dragon. Hey, 我们是好人哎。
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Confringo. Incendio. Protego. Stupefy.
I wonder how many they brought to capture. At least 10 usually.
Reparo.
There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
应该不会被他弄死
I beg your pardon.
I don't imagine the
这个巨龙的压迫感还是蛮强的。
And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her.
哇，我觉得当时最惊艳的是那个火焰杯里面，哈利波特不是骑扫帚嘛，然后当时那个任务是抢龙蛋，对吧？被龙追杀。
Watch your step. Just raring for a fight.
等一下，我记个名字。行，写下来了。没事，我这个人不怎么记仇。不伤害他，只能这样躲掩体了，不能隐身。真的什么玩法都有。
Watch out! It's her domain. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me.
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
可以，这个关卡设计。
Really try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that entrance, we can get to the nest. Look! Underneath her! I think we're close! She's leaving! Quickly!
主要是我们有这个技能，玩这一关就特别爽。
There's the nest. We're almost there.
其实这一关的模式很多游戏也有用到，比如说我们前段时间玩过了《瘟疫传说》，对吧？这种躲避模式。很多关卡的设计呢，都有一种很强的既视感。但是用魔法来玩，感觉就完全不一样。 你的蛋还回来了，糖心的，别动手。 溏心蛋。记得给5星好评哦。
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
啊，任务完成。这个是等他待会儿呼叫我们的时候，我们再来做。接着咱们来看看任务。秘密不能说，占卜师课外与娜娜交谈。先把这个做了吧。这一章的话，咱们就先奔一下这种小的支线。这种支线的话，也算是比较主要的支线了。其他的支线的话，就是大部分都是拿物品的支线。主要是我蛮好奇，这种支线做下去之后会获得什么。
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
好，这样就完事儿了。那我们再回那个有求必应屋，看看咱们的夜骑产出来没有？应该没有半个小时。但这个肯定是产出来了，雷料哦，专注魔药、振奋魔药，哎，可以，这个玩意儿好。哦，对，夜骑是在上面。还有13分钟哦，过了12分钟左右。那咱们看看啊，这一张的话，再搞一个什么任务啊？这些的话全是时装。哦，这个强化的话最后去了。这里能不能直接交啊？
Could you remind me what I'm to do with Thestrals Deep?
得等生下来之后才行。
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process.
哦，完成之后还要等个10多分钟。那剩下的10多分钟的话，我们去把这个任务做了吧。校长致辞。 诶，地图密室哦，地图密室。那传地图密室的话，我们从这里传。
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
哦，要自己想办法潜入。
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
现在去找这个费格教授。复方汤剂，
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
哦，有一个蓝月亮我看见了，在他桌子上面。
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
先把时间过一下，能不能过时间？现在，现在不能过。传送也不能用，做任务呢。月亮在这里。
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir.
那个是长在哪个部位的？
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
哎，不是，这个是长在哪个部位的？
To determine which student gets this rather unenviable.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
痔疮那种。
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
哎，韦斯莱。
Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
坏得很。
Well, there's one for my diary.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror?
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
哦，这个钢特。
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
我是校长，我有痔疮。
Something.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they are fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
妙啊
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
哎，校园狂奔的校长。
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
哎，这些不对话了。
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig?
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
完美的避开所有的正确答案啊！完美的避开正确答案，牛逼！
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks
Oh,
Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
多谢多谢多谢多谢，快失效了。
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
现在的话，我看看，盗猎者出没。等等，我们现在的话，先回这里。夜骑的话，应该生产了。终极魔药，终极魔药提高伤害。咱们来看看新出生的小夜骑。 已经生了。哦，夜骑后代。这个鹰马兽的话也繁育一波吧。夜骑的毛拿一下。
Reparo.
Sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
"这样来孵蛋，但这些的话，咱们不卖了。30分钟一只的话，要卖的话真的很慢。哦，孵蛋的话它就进去了。 还是像我们之前啊，就是说没有钱的话去找月刺兽，这个是最妙的。前期的话可以靠这个攒一波钱，但我现在这种阶段的话都不用攒钱了。
Could you remind me what I'm to do with the Thestrals, Deke?
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
已经完成了呀。是哪里有问题？哦，还喂养，打理喂养。跑哪里去了？哎，怪了。
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral. Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even master. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
哦，让下一次他给我们任务的时候就是拯救凤凰，妙啊！后面肯定是可以抓凤凰了。然后之前那个那个飞哥的教室在哪里啊？完了，忘了。拉克楼恩塔，中塔区图书馆密室，天文区，哎，算了，我直接过去做任务吧。我都忘了是在哪个教室了，没有导航真的找不到。
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. No!
校长的密室。绿色的灯笼，等级锁定。
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
Ah, 又是一场新的试炼。
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
顺滑药水、胡须蜡、狐妹子灭杀器等等。他买顺滑药水来干嘛？是我想的那种吗？
That must be the pedestal. 好吧，试炼肯定是试炼，没那么简单。 Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
我靠
I am here.
这设计的好哎。
In this place, you may call
水墨风格。
You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem.
神血。
You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
斗篷。妙啊！哎，你别说，它这个游戏虽然说看似各种战斗系统那些不怎么样，但是
place as in life, death takes many
魔法世界做的真的棒。
Avoid each of them at all costs.
死神。 这个不能被看见。哇！我决定，我通关这个游戏之后，我要把《哈利波特》1、2、3、4、5有多少部，我回顾多少部，再看一遍。
This is my chance. Come on, Eve.
通关之后，我再去看一遍电影，连着看一遍。
I need to time this just right.
这游戏真的是哈迷系列的盛宴。关键是这都20个小时的流程了，还有新东西。通常一些游戏20个小时的流程过后的话，基本上就是比较重复的罐头式玩法，但它这20个小时流程之后，还有一些新的玩法。哇，这个真的做的挺棒。可能在30个小时之后才会比较重复。啊，当然也有我没有去做其他大量支线的原因。咱们是挑选者做支线。
Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. They're gone, for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
不能打。这个过去肯定会被看见，等他转身。
nothing this way but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
从这里走。哟，这边还有一坨。哎，漏，这个要发现我们。
Now's my chance.
哦，其实它这个也不算是特别新的东西，就是一个简单的潜行玩法，但是配上它这个画风啊，瞬间感觉不一样了，这就是比较巧妙的地方。
That's the way forward.
不会是隐形斗篷吧
？Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
死亡圣器。我操嘞！我勒个乖乖，这边不能开。有死神，然后有这个，那后面有没有魔法石和接骨木、老魔杖？当然，坐标点是在那边，我们是从这边绕过去，还是原路返回啊？好像现在不容易发现我吧？
They can't see me at all.
现在就不会发现我了。
I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
那就要战斗。
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
我操，不会是我想的那个吧？不会吧？不会是那个吧？不会是接骨木吧？老魔杖，看造型绝壁是老魔杖了。我操
！I've never felt such power.
这个是正版的，咱们之前那个是盗版。咱们之前除了是木头一样以外，根本和老魔杖不沾边。它这个可是正版。哎，对，这个你不能切换技能，就是只能用这几个。那咱们来看看，
Bombarder。
直接上开。那下一个就是魔法石。操，秒上！
Bombarder，
伤害这么高，哦，那个复活石不是魔法石，复活石。
Defender， Bombarder， Potato， Defender, Bombarda. Defender. Defender. Bombarda.
来个反弹。来，我想来个极限反弹，再来一波。没有极限弹反。哇，这个魔杖也太爽了吧！
Bombarda. Defender. Potato. Bombarda. Defender.
哇，这简直不要太爽。
Bombarda.
不过可惜他这里没法切换咒语，要不然高低再整一个专心咒和摄魂咒。这老魔杖爽歪歪。不过这也就是让你体验下了，主线剧情不可能捡到的。打 BOSS 了吗？
Bombarda. Defender. Deporter. Descender. Stupefy. Defender. Bombarda. Descender. Deporter. Deporter. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda.
Solo.
Bombarda. Defender.
哎呦，又没倒，他这个比较快。
Defender.
还要来一波，我勒个乖乖！
Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Descender. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Defender.
哎，这个没挡到。哎
Defender.
我按了挡，那个格挡，但是时机不是特别好。
Defender.
难道要来下一剑了？
stone. This must be for me.
魔法石，复活石。我觉得他要出一个续作，叫做《乌德尚与死亡圣器》。复活石。
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone.
Dear sweet Neve.
Let us always honor her memory. May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Oh, 爽欸.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
"查看回忆，这个试炼算完成了。这个试炼设计的很棒，我喜欢。而且有很多我们熟悉的元素。能够看视频看到现在的观众应该看过《哈利波特与死亡圣器》吧？不会没有看，就是没看过了吧？不会吧？应该都看过吧？电影一开场就讲了那个3大死亡圣器。
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Oh, 所以他黑化了。这个学校盛产伏地魔啊，盛产黑魔王。
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
好，第3个试炼完成。这个试炼我喜欢，第2个试炼我不是特别喜欢。